You are welcome back. Now, let's quickly build every other widget. I have another label, text box, label, text box, label, text box, then two buttons. Let's quickly do this. Now, I've taken time to explain how to create a widget like this expenditure tracker, the title you see there. So okay, I think I need to close it so that I can be able to run the other time. Okay, let's move ahead. This main loop will stay at the bottom there, okay, because it is the main event that makes your app to run. All right. Okay, let us create this item and the text box. So I'm going to be faster. You already know that we have some widget which are classes inside this the module. This is a TK module, this Tkinter that I import as TK. Okay, so let's create item. I will say item underscore LBL. Well, that is my own way of naming them. Okay, you can decide to call it anything you want. tk.label. It's a label. tk.label. In order not to waste time, I'm going to copy this. Ctrl C. I'm going to paste it here. I think I've got to minimize this. Okay. I'm going to paste it. Good. So I have it there. It's still the same root. They are on the same. It's going to be on the same root container. Then the size will be smaller, maybe 15. Okay, it's the same color, white, foreground color. FF is white. This is dark color. But the text is going to be item. All right. So that is that. That is that. Then I will pack it. Item lbl.pack. Okay, I'll give it pad y equals to, well, I'm going to give it a tuple. The padding will not be a single number. Like this one, we apply to top and bottom because we are dealing with pad y. We also have pad x. But here, I want to separate the top from the bottom. Now, on top, I want it to have 30 spacing. By the bottom, I want it to have a 5 so that it will be close to my text box. I hope you understand that. So that will be 30, 5. So 30 is for top, 5 is for bottom. Let's see whether this works. Okay, I've packed it, so I'm going to run it. Okay, we have seen that it's far from the title on top, but we can't see how close is it to text box because we have not created the text box. Let's quickly create that. So I'm going to say the text box is item underscore txt. It's also about item. I'm using txt because it's a text box. I will say tk. What do we use to create text box with Tkinter? We call it entry. So I'm going to paste what I did the other time. Most of the properties of label and entry are similar. So entry is for text box. Label is to display text. It has parent of root. There is no text. We are not putting text. We want it to be blank. No background color. I think there is no foreground color. Okay? We don't need foreground color. So for this, we need only the font. We want the font to be probably 15 too. All right. This thing disturbing me. Okay. Then you are not going to see it until you pack it. Item underscore text dot pack. Okay. So let's save that. We are going to save this and let's see how it is going to be displayed. Okay, I've got to close the one that is already running so that I can restart. Wow. So that is our text box. It's a box. You can click inside it and type. Okay, that is it. Okay, let me do something. Okay, let me close it first. If I change this size to 10, the size of the entry, the font size to 10, and make sure you always save or you set autosave, and I run it again, you notice the text box becomes tiny, and so that means the size depends on the font you specify. So that is what I want to show you. Let me undo that. No, here, undo. All right. So let's quickly do others. I've placed item. Then we need a quantity and cost per unit. So I'm going to highlight all these and press Shift Alt arrow down. Or you can do copy and paste. But this one, what is it? That is a quantity. So I will say QTY, quantity, quantity. Then QTY to pack it. Okay. The other one is, what is it called? Okay. Cost per unit. I will say cost underscore TXT. What are we doing here? Okay, something is, okay, I think it's in order. Oh no. How many did I paste? Okay, item. Sorry, this should be LBL. LBL. And, okay. Sorry, I mix it. Okay, that should be item. It's still item. So we have, this is for label. This is for, the two are for text. The quantity label is done here. Sorry for that confusion. So I'm not, I'm going to say quantity text now. Okay? Quantity text. Please, I hope we understand that. But you create the label, but you have to pack it with another method. Then you create the text box for the text box for the quantity. You also pack it again. So it's 4 lines for each of the item. Okay, let's run it. Good. So that is what I have, the item and quantity. Let's create the next one. So I'm going to copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. This time around, this is cost. Okay? Cost. Then this should be cost per unit. I think that is what I have there. Good. So this should be cost. So just repeating what we have done. Okay? Then I have that. Okay, let's see that whether it works. So, okay, I have cost per unit. Good. So what is the next thing we are going to do? That is hard item and clear button. Okay? So we are going to, okay, let me close that because they are resembling each other. How do I differentiate them? Okay. All right. Let's create button. I will say add btn. Btn is button, which is equal to tk.button. So there is a class, there is a Tkinter class called button. So it takes literally all the argument of label, literally everything. Don't forget the first argument is the parent, which is the root, then the text, background color, and so on. I will change the background color. Okay, let me leave it so that you will see what I want to do there. Okay, the background color is the same color with the background of the root of the parent. All right. Okay, I think we need to pack it. Hard btn.pack. Okay, let's save and let's run it here. Okay, slapping with this because we need to give it and it's also say cost per unit. The button, this is the button, it's a button, it's clickable. It's clickable, that's why it is button. Oh, we didn't change the text. I need to check my time here. Okay, the button is a add item. Okay, and I'm going to add pad y equals, let's make it 10 equals 10. So let's run it again now. Wow, so that is what I have there. I still want it to be far a little bit away from that. Let's make it 20. Okay, I'm going to Control C. Is it Control? It's Control C. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. Anyway, all right, run it again. Okay, this is better, but this is having the same background color with our main color. I think we need to change that. Let me change it to 2A, 2A, 2A. And let's see what it's going to give us. Hexadecimal color start from letter A, B, C, D, E, F, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you can combine any 6 of those things I mentioned and precede it with hashtag, you are going to get a color. Definitely any color. From letter A, B, C, D, E, F. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is it. Okay, let's close it and run it again. Okay, there is a little contrast, but it's not noticeable as well. I think I prefer it this way. Okay, it's okay. All right. So the next thing is to create this table. No, not so fast. We have another button called clear. So I'm going to create that button.